about it. Always cried about it. Don't ask me why about it. Nah, fuck it, yeah. Full moon with it. Close my soon with it. Sleep till my wounds missing. Yeah. The age of our life. So overrated.
Are we still calling it ReWAD though? I don't know. I feel like for season 2, we're gonna have to. Well, season 2 is gonna have to change the whole setup. It's gonna have to suggest a change to the whole setup. My bad. Still kind of gathering my mentals. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Kicking it off with the hidden psychology and wait. I have a name for it. Honesty is key, right? Basically, we're highlighting the fact that honesty is key. So, you know, spotting the hidden psychology developed in untrustworthy neighbors. You know what I'm saying? We can, you know what I'm saying? We can spin it. We can see post, right? We can see in the post production of things. You feel me? But without any further ado, we got my boy. What is it? Sia speaks. SIAH speaks, right? You make out of it what you will in terms of pronunciation, but please, right here, we do not butcher names out of trolling. We butcher names from authentic, just tripping off of just something we're not used to, right? So organic trolling, right? There is such a thing.
All right. So today I wanted to talk to you.
Wait, is trolling considered organic in some instances? I don't know. Question for the day. Anyway, okay, just a quick take. I think I want to do this often, where I just give a breakdown just based off of the title, right? Honesty is key. What are we talking about? What are we building? What are we speculating? What are we putting out there that the video is gonna break down, right? What I think just off the rip, honesty is key. Obviously, well, as it says in the title, self-explanatory. Honesty is key, but what unique angle are we trying to get at it, right? We are trying to spot out of just spotting the title, spotting the guy. We are gonna go ahead and decipher the hidden psychology developed in the minds of, or in the beings of, you know, untrustworthy neighbors. So you know what I'm saying? This untrustworthy term, where it is associated with, well, it's the other extreme of, you know, the honesty, dishonesty contrast or spectrum. You know what I'm saying? We're covering, well, it's one spectrum. It's the same thing. It's just two extremes of the thing, right? In terms of the results we may find on the opposite extreme of the honesty that is highlighted here, right? So we're trying to look at it from a reverse standpoint. We're looking at it from an untrustworthy standpoint, and how we can go ahead and avoid that from our untrustworthy neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Well, neighbor just means, yeah, your neighbor, you're the next man, the next woman, the next human being. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and speculate that, you know, he's finna break down how to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But then in that, it's like, with that being honest, this is what the untrustworthy collective lacks, right? We just finna see what the untrustworthy collective lacks. Go ahead, Saya.
You guys about honesty and why I think it's pointless to lie. And it's about to be 2026. What are you doing?
Oh shit, it is.
Why are you not being 100% yourself at all times? Why are you lying?
Why?
And it's about to be 2026.
Why are you running? Why are you running? Almost like he said, he asked, why are you running? Why are you lying?
Because first of all, I think this is a good topic because
let's go.
Most of you guys are subscribed to my channel because of the honesty, right?
How do you know that? Fair question. How do you know that?
And it feels like, you know, this channel is I'm set apart from a lot of these plastic YouTube channels, and I appreciate, you know, all the people that be, you know, texting me and showing me love in the comments, and everybody telling me like how I got an impact on them and all that. Like, I appreciate that.
Nice.
But I mean, the other people, that's why I said most of the people that subscribe to, you know, for the honesty, but the other 0.00% are subscribed because as soon as they get a notification, they claim that they disagree with everything that I say, but they got noties on and they comment in the first 10 seconds some bullshit. Like, you know, I can't take those people serious. But listen, Pete.
But like, how do you know they're just not lazy to go ahead and unsubscribe? Because do you know how many channels that I'm subscribed to? You know what I'm saying? Especially over a span of like years, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it could be just like a tedious job to just clear things that you're subscribed to like away. You know what I'm saying? I remember I would think to myself like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I need to purge away all these channels that keep on, you know, notifying me of their content, where it's like their content has no purpose for me, has no purpose in me. Pause. Feel me? And then I remember just like thinking about it. I went ahead and opened up my app, right? And I selected the tab, the subscriptions tab, and just like the number of people that are subscribed. I did this one exercise before doing it this one time that I'm telling you about. Before that, right? But then I remember I was mad. I was not even an internet person. I was not spending no time online. I remember I was just like subscribed to, I think, maybe 50 channels, maybe 50 to 70 channels. You know what I'm saying? And that time I had a YouTube account for about like 3 years, man. You know, 50 subscriptions. So I went ahead and cleared that. So that was successful because of the minimal number of channels that I was just like subscribed to. But then you know the second time around I was like quadruple that number of subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? I was like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? It just made me lazy to, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and unsubscribe one by one. But you know what I'm saying? It's just devil's advocate, my brother. My bad. You can go on. You know
why I think it's important to be honest at all times.
Why is it important? Let's go.
First of all, I mean, this is a known thing.
No, it is important because it can help us. Wait, let me come closer to you. Y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how I get. It is very much important so that we can go ahead and spot it's important to spot the honesty in people that do exhibit honesty, so that we can differentiate those who are dishonest, right? So that psychology of those who are dishonest can be like, you know, it can stand out, so that nobody can emulate that, so that nobody can see. Look, bro, the one reason that I psychoanalyze a whole lot of people a whole bunch of times, right, is the fact that sometimes you do not see the negative results or the results that you want to avoid in maybe decisions that you want to make at the moment, right? Because sometimes, maybe most of the time, right, it's that you need to make that decision over and over and over again so that you can spot the degeneracy that you want to avoid in it, right? So it has to build up a whole lot of momentum so that you can see a habit, a pattern in your habits, and that habit can say something about your psychology, right? Especially the unconscious parts, where we like, yo, we can be, you know, we could be hooked or attached to something that like makes us, you know, have crazy habits, and then, you know, we don't even realize it, you know, until somebody eventually just, you know, helps us spot it out. You know what I'm saying? They can point it out in us, whereas we can't even see it from ourselves because we just live it. It's just second nature. It's just subconscious. You know what I'm saying? So it's very much important sometimes to just spot the psychology of the negative effects that we're trying to avoid in others. You know what I'm saying? But then we can only spot the psychology of the degeneracy by first spotting the decency, right? We can only determine what's degenerate, you know, when there's a presence of decency. When the decent is present, because we can spot what's not decent, right? So that's my whole thing. That's my whole reason, right? Saya, you can go on, Your Honor.
It don't really matter what year it is, but okay, if you lie too much, you're gonna eventually get caught up in one of your lies, and then you're gonna have to use more lies to cover up that lie.
Crazy.
And then you're in a deeper rabbit hole than you were to begin with. Like, why not just keep it real?
Keep it a buck.
Like, period. You know what I'm saying?
Because for real.
Then not only will you avoid all of that, but I mean, you're gonna eventually, you might end up in a situation that you don't want to be in, because there's people like, no, if I kept it real with everything, I'd be in jail. Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, let's not.
Yeah, let's talk about the snitching thing, man. Let's talk about the snitch code. You know what I'm saying? First things first. When it comes to that kind of thing, it's like, yo, I'm trying to keep it. I gotta keep it a bean. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be somebody that keeps it 100, especially with street code, bro. Trying to keep it a bean, keep it da 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 da. But yo, sometimes 100% honesty is heavy, especially when we trying to apply it across board. That's why it has to come through, like, the standards has to be like holy. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, it has to come with holes in it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're not. It's clear that with the snitch code that exists, it's clear that, you know what I'm saying, we cannot be honest 100% across the board, especially when it comes to street niggas, right? I only pointed that out to you know, just check, am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? If you disagree, like, just, you know, put it in the comments. But it's like, yo, sometimes we just spot these. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, yo, I want to spot the degeneracy from the psychological aspect of things, where it's like, yo, do these niggas even realize how hypocritical this whole thing is? Right? By accepting the fact that, yo, we don't want rats, we don't want snitches, we don't but then, yo, keep it a bean, you gotta keep it 100 with me. If you my mans, if we part of the same gang, you feel me? You gotta keep being, you know what I'm saying? Keep it 1,000, keep it a da. But then, yo, not to the cops, not to the authorities, not to the da. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, tricky.
Not act on those thoughts, right? But
yep.
If we're talking about like just regular shit, like regular petty shit that you just shouldn't lie about, like me personally, I keep it real with everything, bro, because
You gotta.
the whole reason, well, not the whole reason, a big chunk of the reason why I'm making these Side Speaks videos, why Side Speaks even exists, is because I used to get caught up in a lot of my fucking lies, and I'll have to come up with more caps, just like I said, to cover up that cap. And I'll just, man, I'll be like 35 lies deep, forgetting lies that I told like 5 years ago. Some nigga from 5 years ago coming to me like, yo, didn't you tell me you was in Cancun, Mexico the other fucking day?
Yo, that is mad true though, because okay, look, what I am extracting, what I'm deriving, what I'm taking away. You know what I'm saying? Watch out, do your homework. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be intellectual with it, expeditiously. Shout out Tip. Look, the point that I'm getting from him is that, yo, you literally got to do, it's like double, triple, quadruple job, bro. It's like you gotta be like on your toes. You gotta put double, quadruple, triple effort in everything that you do, because you gotta calculate how to cover a lie that you know what I'm saying, that you spewed previously, so that your lies balance, so that your lies, you know what I'm saying, have a whole cohesive story to it, cohesive vision to it. It's actually pretty much tougher to be dishonest, to be somebody who is dishonest. And that's another point that I'd raise in terms of like the psychology that's just developed in untrustworthy neighbors, is the fact that, yo, it makes life a whole lot more pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like unnecessarily pressure. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you just have to be on your darkness. You know what I'm saying? More than your authenticity. You have to spend time in your shadow parts more than in your authenticity. Not necessarily in your light or bright sides, but in your authenticity, because that right there, that sweet spot right there, considers both worlds, right? Shadows and, you know, bright sides of yourself, that is, of your psyche, that is. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll break more of that down in the MOS, moral of the story. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and for some other people that it becomes too much to bear. That's why, you know, when somebody's a bad liar, it's like, yo, you could catch them out from the previous lie that they told. That, yo, these things, they don't add up. You feel me? And, you know, that's actually how even things like the justice system's cross-examination tactics to try and get some truth out of you, that's what they use. They try and test the consistency in your cap, nigga. What you mean?
Oh shit.
What are we doing?
Nope.
Don't do it.
There's no point in lying anymore.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you're eventually gonna get caught up in that shit. Now, an example of me, I had made this video in the summertime that eventually got taken down.
Why?
Okay. Because if it didn't get taken down, then I was gonna get a strike on my channel. There's people thinking Saya, you're supposed to be, you know, you think you're telling people you're the realest and all that, and
you do.
They're not even understanding, like, I was about to get a strike at that.
Make them understand why you was about to get a strike, bro. Why we whining?
Video didn't get taken down. You know what I'm saying? So I had no choice.
Okay,
it was either stand by my Saya Speaks image
Yep.
and just be the realest dude of all time. Hey, fuck a strike, I'll take the strike. No, bro. If I get a strike, that means I can't post for y'all for like whatever 2 weeks or something. I'm not about to do that. Like, hell no, I'm about to just delete the video and y'all can just suck my dick. Like,
Yo, yeah. What? Suck your what? Yo, look, here's another point I want to raise, right? In the fact that, yo, okay, let me just elaborate on what I meant in terms of, yo, sometimes you just need to be on your authentic side, not necessarily your shadow side or your bright side or your positive or your negative or whatever. Yeah, that was awkward. I'm not. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We get awkward this side. It's cool. It's okay. Be you. You know what I'm saying? This is the point that I want to make though. In being you, since we're talking about being you, right? There's an authentic part of you that does necessitate for some negative energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to misconstrue me for just like justification of just pathetic degeneracy when I say the negative parts of you. The negative parts of you that can be perceived as just like resistant, you know what I'm saying, about you. Like everything that's resistant about you, everything that's like conflicting about you, everything that's, you know what I'm saying, you know, even confusing. But then sometimes you do need to integrate that with yourself. What do I mean by this? You do need to consider those parts of you. Consider what those parts of you are, you know, what their function are in your mind, in your emotions, in your being, in your function. You feel what I'm saying? So why do I say this? Because look at it this way. Homie right here, Saya, was like, yo, you know, about his issue of either getting a strike, you know, keeping it all the way real and getting a strike, or dumbing down the truth a little bit. Don't be all the way honest. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of what? Not getting the strike. Why are we avoiding to get the strike? Nigga, we trying to live off of this shit. We get monetized. Blah blah blah. There's such things as certain types of TOS that we do not want to violate. And being too honest could jeopardize that. It could jeopardize our survival. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on a soundboard so that I don't have to do verbal sound effects. Sorry if that was weird, awkward, corny, whatever. Working on it, under construction. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, like I think I missed my train of thought, nigga. I don't know. I don't even know what to blame it on. My yapping too much. My bad. My fault. But yeah, that sweet spot, bro. It's needed, man. It's needed. It's needed for you not to lean too much on the negative sides or too much on the positive sides. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, the survival thing again. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing up the survival thing again. We do sometimes have to dumb down the 100% being real, being too honest for survival. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to violate certain TOS. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes it is necessary to just like cap a little bit. And by capping, I'm not saying transmit or relay false information. Don't do the false information thing. That's too pathetic, bro. Don't do that.
It wasn't like people was calling me a hypocrite for that. It wasn't like I deleted the video because I got backlash. Y'all know I don't care. I get backlash with every fucking video. I don't care about fucking backlash. It was just nice. Now, if YouTube hits me up like, hey, if you don't take this down, you're getting a strike. Hey.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Like on topic, right?
Okay, neighbor. Yo, yeah, I see why. You really need to chill some instances. But go on, your
back on topic.
Yeah.
You will feel way more comfortable going through life
for real
if you just keep it real. You won't have weight on your shoulders. Well, I mean, when it...
No. I'm actually trolling when I be ad-libbing these. For real? I know exactly what the fuck you mean. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is exactly what the point that I was iterating. Lies, right? It's the point that I was making.
You will feel way more comfortable going through life.
Just being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, putting more pressure on yourself, trying to cover lies up with other lies, and just like covering this facade with that facade, this mask with, you know what I'm saying, that mask. Oh shit, what was the color of the previous mask that I had on? Oh shit, then I better put that color back on, because they might just find something out, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to keep everything consistent, and that's tougher. That's tougher than just being yourself, being real. I ain't gonna lie.
Life. If you just keep it real, you won't have weight on your shoulders. Well, I mean, when it comes to lies being the weight, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
you will attract people. I mean, this is basically the shit that I said in my first video.
Yeah. What did you say?
You will attract people that are supposed to be around you. You will attract people that's supposed to be in your circle, and whoever flocks to you from, you know, you keeping it real and being yourself. Once again, I say this all the time, but I swear to God, it's like a really important thing to have in your head as a human being, bro.
What?
You keep it real, you be yourself, you're gonna attract people that fuck with you being you, okay? You lie so much and you living in a lie, bro, you got friends around you that don't even know who the fuck you are. Like, why just live in a lie the whole time, always lying more to cover that lie, and then if you get caught up in that lie, you gotta come up with some more bullshit. And then somebody else that you lied to come up behind you like, wait, no, that's not real because you told me. Like, why even deal with all that when you can just tell the truth?
Yeah, that's right.
Shit, you might tell the truth and you might lose all your friends. Fuck them. Those friends weren't supposed to be your friends to begin with because they were here for the fake version of you. Yeah. The lying version is the version that they're friends with. They're not friends with your ass.
Keep it a buck.
So why not just keep it real, bro? Like, dress how the fuck you want to dress. Talk how the fuck you want to talk. Be a bum ass nigga like me and get a haircut whenever the fuck you want to get a haircut. I don't feel like getting a haircut right now. It's 30 degrees outside. I look stupid. I'm not trying to get bitches. I don't care. Right. I mean, I want to make my videos. I want to stream. I want to make skits, and I want to make Side Speaks videos, and I want to get high and go to sleep. And I want to get money, and I want to travel, and I want to get ooey gooey blowy joeys from Japanese bitches that can't speak English yet.
And I want to yell my lungs out for no reason in front of the camera so that niggas listen to me and in me and subscribe. Ooh.
Oh man.
Yeah, I get it, bro.
Just 3 of them at one time.
I get it.
Does anybody have $1,800 I can borrow for a plane ticket to Japan?
I don't think so.
Anyways, that's besides the point, man. Yeah. I just wanted to come on here and express to you. I mean, you guys know in most of my videos, I'm always talking about how it's most important to be real and how I'm trying to push authenticity and how I want authenticity to make a comeback. And, you know, I'm going to continue to do that. Now, hear me out. Why the fuck? Okay, listen, I'm flattered, right? I'm flattered, but I am seeing like copy and paste YouTube channels. Like, I've seen multiple channels with. Now, I don't want to talk down on these channels because they're obviously fans of me, bro, but they're just jacking my style and not giving me credit. Like, I'm seeing YouTube channels, say their name is Timmy or something, right? They'll put Timmy Speaks as their YouTube channel. They like just made the channel like the past month, and their name is Timmy Speaks. And then they're posting a video and they're just talking to a camera. But hear me out. A lot of people just talk to a camera, right? But they're trying to sound like
shit. Me too. My bad. Me too. Yeah.
Like me, and they're trying to talk about the same shit that I talk about. And it's weird. It's weird how like fans get, bro, because you know it's crazy. They might not even be. This actually has some form to do with what I'm talking about right now because they're actually not being themselves and they're not being honest. So this is a part of the video.
They're not being themselves and they're not being honest. That was the point I was trying to highlight, though, is the fact that but then look at it from this aspect, bro. I feel like it's these people that like be developing this AI. Right, the kind of AI that can generate even content pieces, content from channels. You feel me? Because if this is how you feel, if this is your reality, I feel like it's from the point of view of like, you know, whoever has Spartan, or I don't know if they instruct these bots. You know what I'm saying? Bots that exist on certain various platforms. You know what I mean? To go ahead and spot channels that work, right? Channels that have algorithmic favor with the platform, right? So for example, like Sire Speaks, I don't know if there's probably like bot or bugs, I don't know if that's the word they still use, but it's bots, right? At the end of the day, on the platform built in that I was instructed to just spot the real human channels that are working, that have algorithmic favor, kind of replicate what they're doing, maybe you know what I'm saying, don't probably duplicate the name of the channel, obviously, maybe for example, this is one of the things that they instruct these bots: don't duplicate the name of the channel, don't show the face of the person on the channel, you know what I'm saying, but you know, not exactly, you know what I'm saying, don't exactly copy the ideas, but just like tether around like the ideas that they be touching on, and just like different, you know, themes that they kind of be talking about and things like that. I feel like that might just be a psyop, you know what I'm saying, from the whole niche, you know what I mean? Because I mean, a whole lot of people are encouraged to niche their content. You know, do specific content, you know what I mean, that caters for a specific crowd, and that's how you double down on like just the value that you provide to that audience and that crowd, right? Whereas at the same time, it's like, yo, if they tell you to do that and that's how you win in terms of your numbers and going forward, blah blah blah, right? Then they can be like, yo, okay, now we can create bots that can like see which channels stick as per their instruction to stick to a niche, right? You now then go and copy how they, you know what I'm saying, piggyback off of their audience. So you know, generate titles that are around what they're generating. You know what I'm saying? Thumbnails that are around what they're generating, except their faces. Just don't put their faces on there. You know, similar channel names like from a Saya Speaks to a Tisa Speaks or Tisa Tells. Okay, no smoke, no beef, no smoke with no channel, right? Or something Speaks, right? Shout out my boy Hex Speaks. I was gonna be like, yo, Hex Speaks, nah, but Hex Speaks is a real, yeah, that's a real man. It's a real man. It's a real neighbor right there. Shout out Hex Speaks, man. Really entertaining reaction videos. Check him out. HEC Speaks. Yeah, Hex Speaks. But you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about just like in terms of generating these AI generated channels and content pieces, right? Maybe that's a psyop for them to piggyback off of your channel, Mr. Saya Speaks, right? And everybody else who has success in niching down your content. Now there's a whole bunch of bots that can just like be flooded around the themes that you have chosen to niche down and double down on in terms of topic choice. You know what I'm saying? It makes it easier for them to replicate an AI generated version of your channel. Golly, that might be the reason why. You feel me? Because if their own platform can generate a bot that can do what you're doing, since what you're doing is the winning method, then it's more money for their platform. You know what I'm saying? That was like initiated by their platform. So in the future, they won't need you since they generated, you know, they can generate similar ideas and what works from your IP, your intellectual property, your own ideas. But then look, a whole bunch of this shit I'm gonna have to like break it down in the MOS because right now I'm feeling extra yappy, dog, for some reason. Fuck, my bad, bro.
Saya is known. Saya has ADHD, and Saya can't shut the hell up. And Saya is also known for going off topic, bro. If I'm making a yap video about cars, my nigga, and I start talking about cars for 3 minutes and the video is 10 minutes, I might start talking about my favorite shirt for like 2.5 minutes, talking about my favorite song by Led Zeppelin for like another minute and 45 seconds, and then I'll get back on topic. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all used to that shit by now. I mean, there's casuals that's in the comments.
I'm not used to that shit, man. Nice meeting you. It's the first time I'm meeting you, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just stick around for the sake of just like, you know, for as long as you stick to the topic, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. My bad.
Bro, yep. I clicked the video for what I read on the title, okay? You need to...
Yeah, I just said that.
I don't need to do fucking anything. This is my shit.
Oh.
Y'all be losing the fucking plot, bro. Are y'all forgetting this isn't like a...
Chill, bro. I just got here, nigga. What?
Go bail like how...
Is this y'all mans? Bro, is this y'all mans? Some shit? Nah, this is a serious question, nigga.
And I'm supposed to take the customer's bullshit, and I'm supposed to take a drunk nigga throwing change at me at 1 o'clock in the morning. That happened.
It did?
And yeah, no, this is YouTube. You. Do I gotta make a YouTube Has It Been YouTube part 2, my nigga?
What?
I'm telling y'all, that's like my top 5 favorite fucking videos, bro. But yeah, hell yeah, I go off topic, my nigga. I be wanting to talk about anything, bro. Like, hear me out. Anybody that's watching my content right now, all y'all, everybody, you. Anybody that's watching this video right now, you could click a video and the title could be some shit. And yeah, I will talk about that, what I'm talking about in that video for most of the video. But hey, listen, I might go off topic and yap a little bit.
Saya really motherfucking speaks. I'll give the brother that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.